All right, everyone, here we go with the week of July 27th through August 2nd, 2025. I had a very interesting Friday reading the other day. I said I was going to use the Rider Waite for this main reading yesterday. I think I said it. I'll say it again. Here it is. Right here. I got a pre-shuffle. 10 swords. Ask the universe tell me about this week. Just overview, right? Surface energy. When you get 10 swords in a surface energy, that's crazy. 10 swords crossed by 9 wands with 3 of cups, a knight of cups, a star, right? Judgment, right? And a 5 of pentacles. These 3, I'll tell you on the back side, these 3 cards together, somebody doing something they always wanted to do, that they meant to do before but they didn't do. These cards right here, somebody's wall is coming down, or yours will need to. The 9 of Wands showed up for you guys. I wrote it down on my post-it note. Where the fuck is it? There it is. Showed up for you guys in the Friday reading. You may need to take down the wall. Right? Okay? So, don't put up any walls. Right? Because somebody's coming with good intentions. It seems, anyway. They're very emotional. Well, you saw it in the Cancer Venus reading. And, you know, I mean, I pulled it already, so you saw it there. Let's shuffle the deck. Let's go. One card, just like the Friday reading, 1 card for each sign, but I'm not your astrologer. We're just splitting the soulmate cycle with the 12 pieces. This reading we clarify. Okay? About 9 out of the 12 should resonate with you. It's just I'm pulling on a cycle. You're all the same sign in this particular thing. It doesn't matter. You're all stuck in a room, in a surrounding energy of a bubble of a inside a bubble would be the easiest way to look at it, I suppose. All right, let's go. Let's shuffle the deck. You get the drill. There's text at the top of the description that explains why there's no timestamps and why there should never be. Ever, anywhere. Everything is energy and everything is connected. Everything matters. It's connected to this and that and the other. All right, here we go. It's a general reading and may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you with here, you found Steve Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. This reading is timeless. Whenever you find it, you're meant to find it. Again, it's timeless. It's a weekly reading, but I'm not a time lord. Let me worry about what's bouncing off of what, you know. A lot of times I'll read a card in an area and I'm reading actually 3 or 4 different things, you know. You just enjoy the reading. Overall energy, 6 of Pentacles and Justice. Somebody coming to finally, you know, universe is having me reiterate the pre-shuffle, the backside that I gave you first. Not only is somebody doing something that they should have done before or always wanted to do, they're coming to finally do it. When we see justice, we get a final decision, right? When the judge bangs the gavel, it's a final decision. I mean, yeah, we can appeal it and all of that, but you know what I mean, right? Somebody coming to finally give you what they want to give you, tell you what they want to tell you. Again, I'm not going to blow smoke up your ass. For a few of you watching, somebody coming to give you a piece of their mind. Right? You follow? All right. It can go either way. So it might be, you know, I mean, it could be, there could be a lot of energies here. Okay? It could be, it's not just about your runner. It could be anybody else you have a soul connection with around, and some of them might want to give you a piece of their mind. Some of them might want to say something nice to you. It's something they're finally doing it. They always wanted to say this to you. It's a lot of communication here. All right. Very emotional. Venus and Cancer. Very emotional. Okay. Story starts right here, position 1. Ends in position 12. Aries and Pisces if you want. I'm not your astrologer. About 9 out of the 12 should resonate. Let's go. Position 1. Aries. Ace of Pentacles. Yep. Gonna do it. This is them telling me. I'm gonna do it, Steve. I'm gonna do it. Okay. Are you? Maybe a little bit. Look at as I pull underneath Justice, the 5 of Swords, a little bit half-assed, I suppose. Okay, or they might be, or it might be. It could flow that it might be a victory for them. 5 of Swords is a false victory, so it could be that it's an Ace of Pentacles. We'll say a victory for them, right, and not for you, or vice versa. Could be a victory for you and not for them. You may have a thing or two to say too. I don't know. All right. Let's clarify. We're going to clarify with the light seer, which randomly at the bottom has the Lovers. We got 2 people coming together here, and they're not wearing a lot. Okay. I mean, they're not. All right. Here we go. Ace of Pentacles. I mean, there's a revengey aspect in this somewhere for somebody. And I will tell you based on that Lovers card, and look at Justice. Tried to, as I was shuffling, Justice tries to reveal itself. It's there, right? As I talk about revenge, Justice tries to fly out of the deck. I can tell you, it's not a good energy, but if controlled, revenge sex can be really good. So, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm going to say. I mean, it can. This deck is flying apart here. It does not want me to keep shuffling. So here we go. All right. The Ace of Pentacles is crossed by the Page of Swords. Someone is coming to talk to you. They're severely underestimating you. Look at that. Top of the deck. First card out, Four of Pentacles. They're spilling the beans. Everything they held back is coming out. They're spending the big bucks, right? This is a miser. This is the opposite of a miser. Why is the Four of Pentacles here? The Three of Swords. Somebody wants to tell you okay, this can flow either way. Fine. Somebody's underestimating this Three of Swords. Okay, that's in part. Somebody either wants to tell you how you hurt them and they're not holding back, or how they hurt you and they're very sorry. Take it as it resonates, whichever one you think you deserve. I don't know. What's the bridging energy? The Ace of Wands. And they're coming with some fire in the belly. Okay? Mm-hmm. But they're a little bit whoever here is giving somebody talking about the Three of Swords, say, you hurt me, blah, 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 blah. Whoever that is, if it's them or you're severely underestimating things. It's bigger. That Three of Swords is bigger than you think. It runs deeper than you think. But we got some communication there. Somebody's finally wanting to do this. And it's victory for one side only. I'll tell you that. Okay. I keep going back to this because this is the set that's most closely related to this. So this is where our story begins. This is for a fair amount of you, a fair percentage of the people watching. Again, I'm not your astrologer. This ain't your horoscope. It doesn't matter that this is Aries. Oh, I'm not an Aries, Steve. I don't give a fuck what you are. There's just 12 little readings here. Okay? Take about 9 out of the 12, give or take, should resonate with you in some way, big or small. All right, Taurus, position 2. Four of Pentacles. Instantly, that ties us over here. So if I did timestamps and you're like, well, I'm a Taurus, I'm going to click that, I would have to tell you to go watch Aries too. Huh? But you'd be like, well, I'm not an Aries, Steve. I'm not going to do that. I don't have Aries in my chart even, so, he's wrong. Okay. All right. And yeah, you sound like that. And you'd be dead wrong. Because I tell you what, these two tie together big time. This energy, however, in this case, wants to talk about the Three of Swords. I don't know. I think they know they did it, but I don't think they want to admit that they did it. I think they just they hope that you'll share responsibility for the Three of Swords. I don't know what actions they're going to take. I see someone holding back. I see a very emotionally immature person. That's what I feel. Somebody pouty in the corner, kind of a thing. All right. Whoa, look at that. I'm shuffling the deck, right? Look at the rest of the deck and look at where justice is. Yeah, and it's reversed. It's right there. Come back out. Oh my God, that's unreal. Yeah, this person's got their ass screwed on backwards. Why is that? Why is justice reversed? The Ace of Cups, because they love you. What the right thing to do? This person's playing an avoidance game. Yeah, it's partly my fault. They're playing the it's part my fault game. They're trying to ignore it. They're trying to focus on something else. They're trying to take half the blame. And what this person should do is fall on their sword because they truly, truly love you. What is the bridging energy here? The Two of Swords. Yeah, there's a lot of again. It's swinging in the air, swatting at crows, but the crows are tied to them. There's a lot of confusion. They don't know. They're all messed up. This is a messed up person. I say that. In this angle number 2, this Taurus angle, if we'll call it that. This person has some shit from the past they really need to deal with. But the thing is, you're the cure. Even the universe is saying for real justice, they should fall on their sword and just fucking admit something here. I think you probably have a conversation coming with this person, but they're not going to admit what you want to hear. So it's a bit of a false victory. You get what you want, but it's not, and it's probably near future influence. Again, I'm not a Time Lord. Might happen this week, might not. Okay? Wow, so far we got a fuck of a reading. Okay. Gemini, a fuck of a week. Wow, and I'm pulling your fucking monthly reading starting tomorrow. Oh my God. August is going to be massive. The Lionsgate reading is going to be huge, I think. Anyway, we'll see. Gemini, position 3, King of Pentacles. Somebody, a King of Wands has control over this person. I tell you that all the time in this angle. This King of Pentacles is you. Somebody sees you as this benevolent person, successful enough that they could start a new life with, and you'd protect them and they'd be safe within your realm. Okay? Notice I use the word realm. Within your realm. What's your realm? I'm not a king, Steve. I get it. You're not a king. Nobody should be a king. Kings are assholes. Okay? They think they're envoys of God here on earth and shit. Fuck kings. Right? No. You're not a king, but you do have a realm. You've got a circle of friends. You've got a life. You've got a home. You've got a family. Right? They feel like they'd be safe in your realm. Why is the King of Pentacles here? Why my people? Why is this person seeing my people as the King of Pentacles? Whoever resonates with the Gemini position 3. Let's go. Let's see where we're at. It's a very specific. I get very specific energy on a few of these. You'll notice that in my monthly fly-through, as well as here every week. Gemini is one of them. Leo soap opera is another one. Sagittarius, always very specific. And lately, Scorpio's been coming up as a very, very potent energy I've been getting. I don't know. All right, let's see. Anyway, let's talk about this King of Pentacles right now. What do we got? Look who's back, my naked couple. Yeah, they'd be fine in your realm. They feel safe with you. This person feels safe with you. Can I just phrase it that way? All right, so there we go. We've established a base. So what actions are they going to take? Why is the King of Pentacles here? 7 of Wands. They're probably going to keep their distance this week. Why? King of Cups. They're not sure how you feel, maybe? Hey, I don't know. I said maybe. The energy feels to me like if this were the energy around me, I have to translate feelings into words. So I feel it, I base it on my life experience. And when I have felt this kind of energy, I'm like, gee, I don't know if I should go ask that girl out. I'm not sure. I can't tell if she likes me. I can't actually tell. She's all over the map, all over the board. When somebody's all over the board, I tend to keep my distance. If I can pin an energy down, and I know that the rest of it's fake, then I'm fine. But if they're all jumping all over the place, I back off until I can figure it out. That's kind of what's going on here. So if there is, if you're like yelling at you're chucking your phone against the wall right now, fuck you, Steve, right? I got it. Thousands of times a day that happens. It's the way that your energy's being perceived. So try to figure out why this person would get mixed signals from you, okay? It could just be, look, it might not even be you. Perhaps this person's just crazy town. They've been held captive in their life for a long time by a King of Wands type energy. It could be cultural, could be a religion thing, it could be something. It feels very big to me. It feels very cultural sort of a thing, right? I mean, it is what it is. All right, here we go. All right. I always tended to avoid these types of situations. I've told you that before. Not because I don't respect other cultures, I do. But I've been in these situations where it's been a completely different culture than mine. What ends up happening is you end up rolling your eyes at some point, getting tired of listening to how great their culture is and how the passive-aggressive digs at yours and how yours sucks. Right? That's what I got tired of. So maybe this is more trouble than it's worth for you. I don't know. It feels like this person's got a very strong pull on their side. It always does, you know. I'm just saying, take it from me, life experience, I'll tell you what. Cancer, but hey, if you do love this person, you're going to need to express it a little more clearly. Perhaps you have a different love language. It's possible too. All right. Cancer, the hot spot of the connection cycle, something here for everybody, bookends this mess over here. Okay, and I call it a mess. I do. All right, I do, because I think anyway, the Queen of Pentacles, somebody coming to you. Straight up, if you're the DF in this cycle, which most of you watching are, all this is coming to you. Somebody has somehow flipped the Three of Swords onto you a little bit. Now, I'm not saying the whole bit. You might be out there going, Steve, no, I'm the one hurt. I'm watching fucking tarot readings. I know, that alone hurts. But at the end of the day here, I got you. I understand. I'm not saying that they don't know they hurt you. They do know they hurt you. They know it damn well. But this is the type of person where they'll come and they'll start to, look, I'm going to show it to you, okay? Five of Swords. Need I remind you? All right? Self-sabotaging fucker. So somebody, as an example, just catch my drift. Somebody comes to the Queen of Pentacles, you, and it starts to apologize for this Three of Swords. Something, saying stuff they've held back for a long time. And before you get two words out of your mouth, they've somehow flipped it back after they've apologized as, well, but you hurt me too. And I want to talk about some of that. See what I'm saying? It's like, look, I'm really sorry for hurting you. And you're like, oh, okay, well, but you hurt me too. And I want to talk about, you see what I'm saying? How it flips back around? It's not a true apology. It's more it feels revengey. Okay? And that's fine. As long as you know what's coming. And it doesn't mean you have to accept it. But I just want you to know that that's the flow of the energy. Okay? That happens a lot. That's really common in life. There's no hocus pocus, rainbows, unicorns here. That happens all the time. People do that shit all the time because it stops them from needing to admit that they caused the whole problem. People don't mind if they cause a problem as long as it's only part of it. That's human nature, right? People are more likely to commit a crime if they have a partner, for example, right? By themselves, if it's solely their responsibility, they won't. Everyone wants to know that they've got someone to turn over to the cops. Yeah, well, I can give you the big guy. Right? Like that. Everybody wants that. Then they become really brave. I got a bargaining chip, so I'll be fine if I get caught. It's a bit of that here. It's like somebody's got the fire in their belly to come and apologize to you for the Three of Swords, but then they flip it. Right when you start to feel good. Oh, that's not, oh my gosh, I've been hoping you'd say that. Have you been? Yeah, well, listen, you hurt me too. And then it's just like, oh my God. I just want you to know that dagger's coming, okay? I don't want you to get surprised by it. Because it shouldn't surprise anybody, you know. The DM side of this cycle has a hard time admitting they were wrong, they made a mistake, they made the wrong choice. It's terrible. They'll drive the bus right over the fucking cliff rather than get off when they have a chance. They do it to themselves all the time. Five of Swords is a very common energy lately. Queen of Pentacles, why is that here? What did I say? Five of Swords is a very common energy lately. Did I say that? Did you hear me say that? Do you need to rewind? Because here it is. It's Five Swords after all that shuffling. I didn't even need to flip in here and show it to you. It's right there. Proof that I know what the fuck I'm talking about. This is straight up energy. This is very easy to read. This is child's play to read. What's on top? Chariot. Represents the soulmate cycle. It's Cancerian energy in the Cancerian position, which is Cancerian soulmate cycle, where Jupiter is in Cancer as well. Fuck it, they come into you. Knight of Pentacles. It's almost assured, as a matter of fact. It's almost assured. Eight of Pentacles. If you want to work on this with this person, they're over here focused on the candle business, right? Worried about themselves. Play along. That would be my advice. If before you accept their apology, right, you go ahead and apologize. You're going to need to be the bigger person here. Right? The DF is going to need to be the bigger person. And listen, I get it. I don't blame you if you don't want to be. And I wouldn't fault you if you weren't. If you said, you serious? You flipping this back on me? And you chase them down the street with a frying pan, yelling and screaming, I'll fucking get you. Right? I'm going to Kefalon your ass. All right? Anodized aluminum, motherfucker. Okay? I would not blame you. Okay. Okay. Leo, position 5. The Leo soap opera. Fuck. I hate it when people do that to me. All right. Hierophant. But I usually see it coming. Now you do too. All right. Here we go. Hierophant. What? The Hierophant? Somebody's married. In the Leo soap opera, somebody married in a toxic situation. It could just be a relationship. It could also be a family, right? You could be married to lots of things. You could be married to your job. You could be married to a person, of course. You could be married to your family. You could be, I'm very family oriented. Okay. I mean, that's fine. That's a wonderful thing. Unless it's too much, right? If your parents are coming on our date, that's a little too family oriented. I'm out. Okay? All right. Hierophant. I don't know. I don't even know what to say. It has something to do with married to something. Okay? That's the energy coming off of it. All right. Maybe it's somebody with a bald spot. I don't know. These look like guys with bald spots to me. Right? I know. It's just, they both got bald spots. I don't know why, but they do. They're right there down at the bottom, the crowd. Right? That's the way the energy comes across. I don't know what that means. It could mean somebody's missing something. Right? Oh my God. Flying out of the deck is a couple of cards. This is crossed by the Three of Pentacles. And I got a bunch of cards that flew out here. And yep, here we go. Knight of Swords is read with a High Priestess in reversed. Ace of Swords is read with an Empress in reverse. Somebody's going against their soul's true wishes here. Somebody's making, their soul wants something new. The environmental energy says start over with something new. Start over with something new. Move out of this apartment. Leave the furniture. We'll buy new furniture when we get to the new place. Just go, motherfucker, go. And what are they doing? They're doing the exact opposite. It's almost like they're remarrying the toxic person. They're going against everything. They're not trusting their feelings, not trusting their intuition, and they're reconciling with whoever this Hierophant is. Right? And counting their blessings that they have such a wonderful life and a wonderful amount of security. Oh, it feels all cushy and nice, doesn't it? Probably because if your person is a Leo, their birthday's coming up, right? Everybody wants to get a good birthday gift. I know when I was a kid, I'd start to behave around my birthday, drop little hints about what I wanted, little pieces of Post-it note all over the place that say Stratocaster. Why is every Post-it note on the floor say Stratocaster? I don't understand. Well, I can't imagine whose birthday's coming up. I mean, I don't know. All I'm saying is somebody here, I don't know what's going on. Maybe they threw them a party or something. I don't know. But somebody's doing exactly what I said. All right, Virgo, position 6. This is par for the course. All right, stay tuned for your fucking Leo soap opera monthly reading. All right, God only knows where that'll go. Fucking hell. Anything else on the floor? Let me look. Hold on. No, we good. Sorry. Let me shuffle. 9 of Cups for Virgo, position 6. Sometimes my wild card, sometimes it's you guys. It's not. It's somebody attached to you who thinks you seem too happy. You seem too content. Okay? I mean, it could be anything. You could just be the type of person who looks on the bright side of things. I don't know. You might be working a shitty job that everybody there hates, but you seem to enjoy it. You seem to go through the day with a smile, and that's going to piss off your other employees, I'm sure. Right? I'm sure it is. I remember one time at a sales job, we had a guy, he was a new guy who came in, who started dialing a whole bunch of, he was making like 100 calls an hour or some kind of shit like that. And we tended the regulars there, we tended to take the job very slowly. We tended to take it we took a lot of smoke breaks and things like that. Anyway, we cornered that motherfucker, that new person, me and my friend Chris, out in the smoking area, and we said, listen, if you're going to be making 100 calls an hour, we're going to chuck you off this fucking stairwell. You need to chill. It's 30 calls an hour. That's it. You're making the rest of us look bad. So it's a bit of that. Somebody thinks, right, you're a little too enthusiastic. You're a little too whatever. You're a little too happy. And it's rubbing them the wrong way. All right? I don't know how else to phrase it. Let's find out. Let's see where we go. I remember that guy. Why are you making so many calls? I don't know. We got to stop it. All right, here we go. That was a long time ago. Let's see where we're at. 9 of Cups. It's crossed by Temperance. You seem content. You seem happy. And it's irritating somebody attached to you. Big time. 8 of Wands. And they're going to tell you about it. Queen of Wands. It's somebody who pretends that they don't like you, but they do. Okay? And they're not. If anybody approaches you telling you to chill out, or why are you so happy, and they seem pissy about it, they're full of shit. They're actually very attracted to you. And it bothers them. Because you seem like you're, again, it's, they might have a crush on you. Somebody might attach to you, might have a crush on you, and they're upset that you seem happy. You're already probably getting banged by somebody else. So they're bummed out. They're coming to talk to you, but it's all very surface and phony. You're going to have to read between the lines in a conversation with this person for sure. All right? You're going to have to. I will tell you, the Hierophant is the bridging energy. You've got a very strong soul connection with this person. So the stronger their reaction to you being happy and content, the more powerful the connection is with that person. Okay? There's your sign right there. All right. Libra, position 7. It felt like 3 cards or something. That's why I'm like, what the fuck's going on here? High Priestess. High Priestess. Yeah, you got a hidden energy around you. I wrote down yours. I said yours was going to be the highlight. Yeah, I believe it. It's High Priestess. You got a hidden energy around you. They're casing you out. They're watching you. They want to find out something about you that nobody knows, and they just, I mean, I don't know how else to phrase it. You got a High Priestess around you here. I don't know. The last card out was the Hierophant. It might be a very powerful soul connection. I do not know. Let's find out. High Priestess. So tell me about this. Yesterday you had the 7 of Wands. They're casing the joint out. Today it's like a Holy Ghost. You know, it's like there's nothing nefarious here. I said Holy Ghost. I didn't say Satan. You know, there's nothing nefarious going on. I think they just want to get closer to you, and it's somebody that likes to gather data first. Sort of like a mission. That's why I say casing the joint out, right? Like a military operation. You gather intel. They're gathering intel. So they can come talk to you. You know, maybe you like to have some obscure thing. You like sword fishing, right? I don't mean fishing with swords. I mean fishing for swordfish. Maybe you like to do that, right? Or marlin, one or the other, right? And they are 2 different things, by the way. Anyway, my point is, you know, maybe they're trying to find something like that, and then they have a way to come in. They could talk to you about sword fishing, and maybe they know the difference between a marlin and a swordfish, which most people don't. It's very rare. Swordfish have dorsal fins like a shark, right? Marlin's got the big fan one, right? There you go. There. Now you know the difference. There you go. So you can look at a picture and go, that's a marlin. That's swordfish. Okay. All right, here we go. High Priestess. What do we get? I do not know. But I do know the 3 of Cups, the biggest card of communication for me, the flow of water, the flow of emotion. Somebody's coming out of the woodwork very quickly. And they're getting very emotional. Their emotions they're falling more in love with you. The more they see, the more in love with you they fall. The more they see, the more they want to take you out. The more they see, the more this water boils up and boils up. Right? Hunk of burning love here. All right, let's go. What's on top? 9 Wands. 9s of the end in tarot. I said they're coming out of the woodwork soon. I believe it. I feel this thing's about to fucking explode. Why is it 9 Wands here? Strength card. As soon as they get the intel they want, they come out. I mean, it's straight up. It's exactly what I said. And you want the bridging energy? Fine. It's the Fool. Boom, they spring on you with all this swordfish marlin info. Look at that. Impressing you, and you feel, wow, you're terrific. If you know the difference between a swordfish and a marlin, we need to go out. Right? That's what they're hoping you say. I mean, you just got to catch my drift. Don't take me literally, but people do this all the time. They want to know something special about you so that they can study it maybe and talk about it with you, and then you got something to talk about, or they pretend that you have that in common. I don't know. But there's still nothing nefarious here. Do you see a devil? I don't. Okay? I don't. In fact, whoever this person is, male or female, they look great in short shorts. So you're good to go. Okay? Scorpio, position 8. 4 of Cups. There is nothing around you right now. Did I say that to you yesterday? I know I fucking did. Nothing. And you might be bummed. This is your energy attached to this 4 of Cups. You're actually getting a lot of opportunity coming in. But it's opportunity for you to play with yourself. Okay? And yeah, okay, go ahead. It's Steve's Love Tarot. Go ahead and get all dirty with that. Yeah. It's an opportunity for you to diddle yourself. Fine, go for it. Have some fun. Whatever it is. I don't know. You know, get your little toys out. I don't know. Guys, get your socks. I mean, I have no idea. But you're getting opportunities for you to improve yourself, and you're so busy worrying that there's nothing coming towards you, or it feels like nothing's going on, or this is the lamest summer ever, or this is the lamest winter ever, depending on where you are, that you're missing it, right? And the helpful little cloud is bringing it to you, right? You're missing opportunities. Look, dude, you're alone in a field. At least wank one out. I mean, I don't know. There's nobody around. It's an opportunity. Make your own decisions. Be careful. Cameras are everywhere now. You'll end up on YouTube. Right? Tell you what. All right, here we go. 4 of Cups. You can't just go to the park and wank one out anymore, I'll tell you. Everywhere they got the cameras. All right. All right. Here we go. It's crossed by the 4 of Swords. Well, you got to be kidding me, right? I mean, does that not prove what I just fucking said? It's nothing. 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 It's the surrounding energy is even more nothing. So take the opportunity to chill. There's nobody around. It's fine. Check for cameras first. It's probably deeper than wanking. It's not just that. Okay? It's just, I don't know. You're getting opportunities there, but you're missing them because you're looking for other things. You're looking for something to come to you, or you're looking for some other outside source, or a friend to call, or somebody to send you an email. Go on social media. There's nobody there. There's nothing going on. Nothing ever happens. There's everything happening. The little cloud is trying to help you. Sometimes some downtime is good. 3 of Wands. You're being shown which direction to go. There's the devil right there. There it is. It's a devil energy that ties to, I'm drawn to the tie that binds here. Okay. You've got some karmic business to take care of. You're in the middle right now, which is why I think you should definitely wank one out. You're in the middle right now of some downtime before it's time for you to take care of business with somebody else. You've got a showdown coming at the OK Corral. You've got a showdown coming with some karmic debt. All right? And you want proof of that? The next card out, the bridging energy, is Temperance. This is the angel. Angel energy cancels out devil energy. Devil energy is just static. It's like the static electricity when you rub your feet on the carpet and zap your friend. My point is, this cancels this out. It's like you got a mission coming up. And you're getting your time to rest. Don't waste it worried about whatever is going on. You've got a chance to rest and get some downtime before it's time to take care of business with some karmic debt. Use that time wisely. All right? Yeah, definitely some wanking out for sure. All right, Sagittarius. What do we get here? Position 9. Times separate from the cycle, sometimes part of it. Always a pain in my ass. The Fool. I can't tell if it's you or somebody else, so I don't care. Whoever this is, do it. Go for it. Just play your own kind of music. Like your own kind of vibe. Be your own you. Be unique. But if you're finding yourself and the people around you, you don't fit with them anymore, they don't jive with who you've become, it's time to start looking for a way out. Now, I'm not telling you if it's a job, quit your job and then go whatever. The job market ain't great enough for that. Okay? Make sure you got something else secured before you leave the other one. But I am saying you could start making some plans to take a leap of faith. Right? Sometimes the people around you don't jive with you anymore. I get it. That's how circles of friends vanish. I've had many circles of friends over the last 20 years or 25 years or so since I've been here in California. I've got tons. I mean, sometimes there's overlap, but for the most part, the circle is gone once it's gone. We move on. This could apply to somebody else. You feel like you're losing somebody, right? They feel that way about you. They feel that you don't jive with them anymore. I don't know. Let it go. Let them, whatever. Yeah. Knight of Cups crossing this here. Go your own way. All right? Be your own best friend. You got new things trying to approach you. I'll talk to you. You got new things trying to approach you. The environmental energies, the Knight of Cups. Go where it does feel right. Go out with who you want to go out with. You know, if it's a relationship and it's not for you, have a talk with the person. Try to solve the problem. But if it can't be solved, you can't. You got no. Life ain't a prison. You know, I mean, what the fuck? What's on top? This ain't no fucking rehearsal. Four of Swords. It's what I said. It's an energy of it's a void energy. Sometimes it's just time. Sometimes a circle is done. A connection is done. A job is done. A state of being is done. It's time to move on to the next one. Right? Think of remember records? Vinyl? Right? You get to the end of side one. That's it. Sometimes the needle will pick up by itself, but sometimes it'll just sit there and rub the paper, and you'll get this sound of like, right? It's time to flip the fucking record, motherfucker. Otherwise, you're just going to be listening to all fucking day. Why is the Four of Swords here? The Seven of Cups. Time to take a look at what will make you happy. Where you want to go. Time to choose the red one for a change. Now, either somebody's doing that in relation to you, or you're doing that in relation to them, or it could be both. I don't know. If the cycle's burned out for them, it's burned out for you as well. So it's good advice there all the way around. All right, Capricorn, position 10. 10 wands. Somebody does. Why? Listen to me. I'm going to give you a piece of advice. Okay? If this position 10 resonates with you, do not care what other people think. All right? Do not care what other people think. You're really rubbing somebody the wrong way here. Okay? You really are. Who cares? You know, I mean, maybe you're like me. Maybe you're like one of those people where people either love you or hate you, and there's very little in between. There's a few that are in between, but not really much. You know? People either go gaga crazy over me, where they're following me around, calling me every day, seeing what I'm doing. Oh my God, this guy, I just met this guy. He's fucking, you wouldn't believe this guy. Right? Okay. Or they fucking hate me. Literally just pure hatred coming off of them. Even though it's, not real. Either way, whatever. This is what I'm getting for you. You've rubbed somebody. You said something. You did something. It could just be your existence. I don't know. The Three of Cups. Somebody here is emotionally rough. Like sandpaper. Okay? The flow of emotion. They're celebrating the backside of you. On the celebration side of this energy. Tens of the end and dead end and lead to a new beginning. Looking forward to seeing the backside of Steve's viewer in the Capricorn position. Okay. Is that in the book, a Capricorn? I know 69 is, but I don't know which one the Capricorn position is, but I bet it's pretty good. Something to do with a goat, I'm sure. But anyway, it's the Ace of Pentacles. Maybe you have to involve a goat. I have no idea. Hey, whatever floats your boat. Ace of Pentacles. Why is that here? The Hangman. You might, I don't want to tell, no, yeah, don't. Five of Wands is the bridging energy. I was going to say you might be inclined to try to change this person's mind. They may show up every time. This is somebody who every time you're with them, it turns into, you just feel, right? You don't want to, it could be somebody you work with. It might be. Either way, you just forget it. Try to avoid this person as much as time to break contact with this person. This can sometimes be a family member too, who you just don't get along, but you have this loyalty to them because they're family and stuff like. Look, life's too short. Okay, there's lots of people. Go look at the Reddit boards. There's lots of people that break ties with people that, whether they're related to them or not, that just don't get along. A clean break. Sometimes you just have to, because they raise your blood pressure. That's kind of what you got here. All right, so I'm going to be Dr. Steve here. Not a real doctor. I played one on the video, though. Dr. Steve here says if this person raises your blood pressure, it's no big deal. If you can't water off a duck's back and say it's no big deal, then you need to cut ties with whoever this is, okay? You two are like sandpaper, so you know who that is. It could be near future influence, so keep that in mind if it's not there yet. Position 11, Aquarius. Yesterday, my wild card, 9 of Wands. I wrote it down because it's extremely important. What is it today? 4 of Swords. 4 of Swords, another one of those cards like the 7 of Wands that has a lot of different sort of context. The energy that's coming off of this is one about shutting down your brain and trusting your soul a little bit. Trusting the third eye. Trusting your ability. Trusting your intuition. Trust in your ability to see what's coming before it shows up. Okay? Some of you, if you believe you have psychic ability, you might. I don't know. I'm not Houdini. I'm not going to come out and try and disprove it. But if you believe you have psychic abilities, they're going to be very strong in this energy. Okay? Trust that. All right? All right. Anyway, Four of Swords, why is it here? That's all I'm telling you. Here we go. Four of Swords. What we get? Emperor. Very quiet. Very still. Well, it's a very still energy. The mind is shut down. Right? It's the Emperor energy. This is an overprotective energy. You're inclined to protect yourself a little more than you need to. Okay? Your masculine energy is coming up for some reason. We have both within us, masculine and feminine. It runs the show. The idea is to keep them balanced. Ideally, balance between masculine and feminine is a little bit higher on the feminine energy. You need to be a big girl. Pull up your big girl pants. All right? A little bit. Because this guy's coming out, he's a little overprotective. All right? That's all I'm saying. All right, here we go. Two of Pentacles. Pull up your big girl pants. Not big boy, big girl, big girl. That's it. I got you. It's nice. All right. Two of Pentacles. Why is that here? The Magician. This bridging energy. The Eight of Cups. Yeah, you're very protective here. You got new beginnings trying to pop off. You're not sure what to do. You're thinking about it too much. And if you think about it too much, you'll find too many reasons not to do it. Trust your intuition. It's what I told you off of the Four of Swords. Okay? Trust it. You're okay. Especially if it tells you you're okay. Because you are. You seem to be fine. But you're going to walk away from a lot of magic if you're too protective. So pull up your big girl pants. Balancing your masculine and feminine energy is a little bit about, not perfect balance, a little bit extra on the feminine side. Will go a long way, especially when I have an Emperor in your environmental energy, which without the feminine energy, without the Empress, becomes a maniacal fucker, okay, who just very, very self-focused, very, very narcissist, very, very whatever. So we want to kind of push up the feminine energy just a little bit. We'll call it big girl energy. All right, we'll leave it there. All right, here we go. Pisces, position 12, red with 1 and 5. Ace of Swords. It's like a come to Jesus energy. A come to Jesus is when you have a reckoning with you or someone, with yourself or someone else. I can't tell which it is. I think this might be all about you, Pisces, position 12. Doesn't matter what your sign is. I think this might be all about you. Maybe I think some of you, if you identify with this position, need to sit down and have a nice long chat with yourself. Let me shuffle on it. Let's see. Crossed by the Two of Cups. Yeah, it's about reckoning. It's about balancing your own energy. I do have a chance here for two soulmates to come together, but only if you figure out what you want fully. In other words, exactly what you want. I'm not talking about making a checklist. I just mean figure out what you want. You got a chance within this energy right now, this week in particular, especially with Venus moving into your fellow water sign, to really come to grips with yourself and what you want. Balancing your energy. It ties a little bit over here. It'll help you with this. Because this is for a good number of you, because you guys showed up here. All right? You have to show up somewhere. It's usually here or here. It's time. It's been here. Once on time. Queen of Cups. Most love I could pull from the deck. Also very intuitive. Trust your intuition. These two are welded together. Okay? Position 11 and position 12 are welded together. Why is that here? The Six of Swords. Your intuition won't steer you wrong, especially if it tells you you're making the right move. But be careful. If you're not good with listening to your intuition, you could get it mixed up with wishful thinking. There's a difference between wishful thinking and your intuition. Your intuition is quick. It lasts no more than 2 seconds, right? If you spend an hour going, oh yeah, it's going to be great, it's terrific, it's whatever, it's already too long, even with just what I did right there. It's just a feeling. Your intuition. And it lasts no more than 2 seconds, and I'm being generous when I say 2 seconds. Okay? Usually it's far less than that. Sometimes just a half a second. But it is a feeling. And it will not steer you wrong. It will not. The bridging energy here is 10 Pentacles, by the way. Wow. Yeah, your intuition's driving you toward the life you want, even if you can't see it. These are wonderful, wonderful energies here. Let's have the universe add all this up. Let's go. Add it up. Add it up, universe. What do we got? 3 cards and a bottom card. What actions are likely to take? This is all not surprising for the current energy. Ties a lot with the Venus and Cancer reading, for sure. Give me 3 cards and a bottom card. Let's do it. Let's go. Okay. All right. 4 of Cups at the bottom. Didn't we have that at the bottom in the Friday reading? Are you serious? Well, it's not the same cards up top. But I think we did. That feels familiar. I could be wrong. It might have been a 4 of Swords or something. I don't know. You'd know. 3 of Cups. 3 of Pentacles. Knight of Cups. The Empress. Fueling the 4 of Cups. Okay. This is a week where all the... permission to paraphrase. Okay? We could forget... I know this energy. It's a week where where a lot of things you ever wanted to have happen, and you're just not in the fucking mood for it, right? You know, it could be anything. It could be, as an example, you finally win the lottery, and you're just not in the mood. You react to it like it's just, oh, fuck me. Now I'm going to have to do this and that, get an accountant, fuck it. Son of a bitch. It's a bit of that. It's a bit of a week where, and again, I'm not a Time Lord. This might be this week. It could be next week. It could bleed out into August. It is what it is. But it's a time frame, let's say, where all the shit you wanted to happen happens. That Knight of Cups shows up. You get a new beginning with somebody. You have an emotional conversation with that person. You find yourself. All of this is wonderful. It explains a lot about this and why this came out the way it did, right? And it's just you finally get all this, and you're just like, fuck. And it is you, because there you are, okay? Try to know that in advance and try to find the humor in that, like I often do when it happens, or like I just did, okay? That's your reading. It is what it is. Again, I'm not a Time Lord. Don't hold this reading to this week. The calendars and clocks are just things we hang on the wall. They have nothing to do with the energy around us. But I've given the universe some parameters. So this may bleed into August, but, you know, pay attention to your August readings. Can I put it that way? Also, I'll be starting them tomorrow with the monthly overview, which should be very important, for sure, I would imagine, based on this. All right, that's your reading. I hope it was helpful. Good luck.